Pawan Goenka, President Automotive and Farm Equipment Sectors at Mahindra & Mahindra. Mr. Goenka, thanks for taking time out and joining again. At a time when the auto sector, Mr. Goenka, is trying to come out of a slowdown, is the excise duty hike of 2% coming in at a wrong time, and will it badly hit the sector as well as M&M in particular?
Well, 2% excise duty is certainly not something that anyone is happy about, but at the same time we have to be realistic and realize that this was almost a must, given that the fiscal deficit is there and they have to take care of it by balancing the expenses. It had to happen, and I think the sector was kind of prepared for it, expecting it. The impact on the consumer is not small. It's going to increase prices of our XUV, for example, by as much as 35,000, and I do think it will have an impact on sales, at least in the short term, though I would think that after a few months it will wear off and the sales will be okay.
Morning, Mr. Goenka. Nikunj Dalmia also joining in from the Mumbai studio. Is M&M planning to pass on the excise impact to customers? If yes, what could be the quantum?
Yes, we have increased prices as per the excise duty increases and passed on completely to the consumer. Because this time we do not have any ability to absorb these increases in excise duty. The range is as little as 2,500 rupees for our three-wheeler and small four-wheeler product to as high as 35,000 rupees for our XUV. In fact, for trucks, the 31-ton truck for cowl and chassis, the increase is as high as 80,000 rupees, and I'm quite concerned about that because 80,000 rupees is a very big increase that will happen in this segment.
Mr. Goenka, the tractor business of M&M is a concern. How is that sector impacted by the budget?
Well, the tractor, as you know, do not have any final product excise duty. So the increase in tractor prices will happen because of input cost increase, since there is no mod-vet on input available. That increase is rather modest. 5,000 to 6,000 rupees is the increase that we will see in our tractor products. But even so, given that tractor industry has been slowing down for the last 4 months, it could have some negative impact. But then again, there are a lot of other things that have happened in this budget, which are pro-agriculture and pro-rural economy, and therefore it will, I hope, that offset this small increase that we have to take in the tractor prices.
Mr. Goenka, there was talk about tax on diesel vehicles, and thankfully that has not, come about. Is that a pleasant surprise for you as well?
Well, certainly it was. In fact, this was one of the biggest things that was making all automakers nervous, and unanimously everybody had made very strong appeal that this not be done. And I'm happy about it, not only because it was not done, but also the fact that the ministry heard out the industry, gave us opportunity to explain our rationale for why it should not be done, and finally took a view that we believe is the right view in terms of logic, resisting very strong pressure, I'm sure, that was put on the ministry for going other way.
Since the budget, or rather the finance minister, has reduced the subsidy on diesel to half this budget, Mr. Goenka, expectation is that diesel price could go up and could be deregulated as well. How will it hit your business, especially the tractor segment, which is not doing all that well?
Well, I personally and even as the industry, we believe that we cannot sustain the kind of subsidies that we have today, and subsidies have to be reduced, and therefore we will not at all be perturbed if the subsidies on diesel fuel is reduced from the current level to something more reasonable. And given that Finance Minister has reduced subsidy by almost 1/3, it stands to reason that he has something like that in his mind.
And finally, Mr. Goenka, how does the CBU duty impact Mahindra & Mahindra?
There is an increase in the CBU duty of all products which are imported in a fully finished form, which have a FOB price of more than $40,000. M&M is not in that segment of the vehicle, and therefore it doesn't directly affect us. But in some sense, it is making a statement of intent that the government of India is not looking to reduce CBU duties, especially for luxury cars, and therefore we as industry are pleased, because industry view always has been that CBU imports should be discouraged.